But with me is Tim Deneen, CEO of MRS. Tim, would you like to do an introduction?
Hi, Bobbie. Yeah, great to be here today. My name is Tim Deneen, and I am the CEO of Management Research Services, probably better known as MRS. MRS has developed a no-code, new business and automated underwriting solution for the industry, and we've been enjoying a lot of great success and looking forward to accelerating that success here in the next year to come. So thanks for having me, Bobbie.
Absolutely, Tim. So with our tradition for Happy Friday, so Happy Friday, we share happy stories for the week. Tim, since you're our guest of honor, would you like to kickstart the Happy Friday story that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, so, we've got lots of great stuff going on here at MRS, but kind of starting on the personal side a little bit, with everything going on, I think the highlight in our family anyways this week has been my daughter, who is 9 years old, is scheduled to get vaccinated this weekend. So that's been a huge thing for our family. We've got some vacations that we have scheduled with the hope that this would happen, right? And so over Thanksgiving, we're finally going to do a family vacation, which is a long time coming considering the recent events that we've all been experiencing. So very, very happy about that.
Oh, and super jealous. I'm on a wait list for my daughter. So they ran out of needles, like the tiny needles that they need. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
That's such a big win. Big win.
It is a big win. Yeah, I'm lucky enough that my wife, Jennifer, is really on top of that, and she was on there at like the second they allowed it to happen. So we got in on the first wave. So it's really a big relief for us because, like I said, I think we're all due for some R&R, after this long haul through COVID, and we're really excited to get to some warm weather and enjoy some time off. So super excited about that.
No, awesome.
Yeah, and on the MRS front, lots of exciting things happening around here. And Bobbie, I know we've been talking here over the last couple of weeks and very excited about the potential here and what we can do with Benekiva. We're venturing into that space a little bit and really trying to expand our platform partnerships here. And I think it just makes a ton of sense and really excited about the opportunities that we're going to create here moving forward. So.
No, awesome, Tim. We're looking forward to do the same. So I'll go next in terms of Happy Friday, and I'll share but this week has been a pretty big festival week in our culture. So we celebrated Diwali yesterday, and what was cool is a lot of my family is here. Like I grew up here, so born and raised in North Carolina. But my husband's family is from Nepal, and we don't have many opportunities to do a lot of festivals together just because of the distributed nature of where we all live. So this year was super special that we got to spend Diwali not only with my family but also with Sovan's mom was here, and his brothers from Iowa. He came over, so we got this really nice celebration. And tonight we're doing a big neighborhood celebration. So it's just the celebration will continue this weekend. So it's pretty lively. We do a lot of fireworks, so it's fun for the kids. It's like 4th of July again.
Awesome, congratulations. That's I didn't know your husband was from Nepal. That's one of my favorite places in the world. I wish I could go there more. So
have you been? Fantastic. Have you been to Nepal?
I have not. Well, I was briefly in Nepal, but I did spend a couple weeks a while ago in Bhutan, which is right in the general neighborhood, right?
Yes.
So I got to experience a lot of that culture, and it was fascinating. At the time, I wish I would have realized, this was probably 12, 13 years ago, but I wish I would have realized the opportunity that I had in being there, and that whole culture is just fascinating to me, and it was very rewarding. And like I said, I hope one day we're able to make it back. So
yeah, no, it's a gorgeous country. I've been visited 3 times, and every time I go, I wrote an article that recently somebody asked me where in Nepal did you go to? And I was like super random because I wrote this article back in 2018. And I was like, I was
Uh-huh.
traveling from Kathmandu to Hetora, and it's this very hilly area. And it really made me think about entrepreneurship and just the bumps along the way, the journey, right? When you're in this, you've been in Bhutan, you've probably seen these really long and narrow roads that you may have to travel. And it just brings a lot of like if you really soak in the journey, you really can look beyond just the experience you're in to say, hey, this is like life. So this guy was like, I want to know where were you? I'm from Nepal. And I told him like, oh, my husband. And now my husband and him are connecting because he's a professional contact of mine, but I had no idea he was from Nepal. But he stumbled across my article and it was super cool. But it's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You bring up that journey, right? And comparing it to entrepreneurship. Some of the life lessons that you can learn over there from that culture. And the one that I think sticks most with me, and again, I didn't recognize it at the time, but in hindsight, is being present, and being present in the moment. And, kind of juxtaposing that theory of, to entrepreneurship, which we're both in, right? And the long struggle you have, right? And the daunting road, if you will, ahead of you, and the challenges that so often in our culture, we get so wrapped up in that, right? And driving. And I think it's really important to understand your environment and to be present in the moment, to really have a complete picture of your journey over that road. So I appreciate that. So.
Yeah. So I'll wrap up our happy stories for the week with just piggyback, Tim, on yours with the partnership. And, the use case that we're talking about is retention. And, this week has been filled with, having good conversations, Tim, with you. And we were talking with somebody else about retention. And what's interesting is, we've talked about retention back in 2018 because we built the platform really based on some of the issues that Brent encountered from the industry as a financial advisor, which became harder for him to keep that relationship going if you're not having a good process, or he was losing that opportunity to work with that existing carrier but had to be forced to move into a new carrier because of an experience. So what's cool about this is the partnerships that we're building with you, Tim, and with other organizations is it feels like the industry is really looking at this as how do we really look at the insured and the beneficiary as a person, not as a transaction. And the more personalized you become with let the technology handle the automation, but the more you approach it with the person in mind, it's just so cool. And when you find a partner that feels like, hey, let's not just partner just to partner's sake, let's actually do it and show it to the industry, that it's not going to be months, it's going to be weeks, it's going to be days. It gets me really excited and makes me very happy because I like working with partners that are super high energy, high vibration, because it makes it so much fun. Because who wants to be with a partner with somebody that's like, oh, it's going to take 6 months to integrate? Nobody wants to do that, and it's super cool that, yesterday our 30-minute conversation went into an hour. We've got another meeting scheduled. That's it. It makes me super happy about the future of what we're going to do, and as well as what we can offer to our carriers.
Absolutely. I mean, it is very exciting. And I think, we've both been around for long enough to know the daunting road ahead to start, swinging that pendulum to the other side, to get that culture to understand the value of these type of partnerships, right? And I think it really is upon us to show the value. And I think we talked about this earlier, right? The execution behind the story is just so key. And the technology is the tool, right, to enable that execution. And that's fantastic. And the personalization you brought up is absolutely exciting, right? Because like you mentioned, let the technology do the automation, but let it be the enabler for personalization as well to suit whatever process or whatever experience that particular beneficiary or new applicant, or maybe they're one in this, one in the same there, to really have a robust experience that they feel comfortable with and to deliver the experience that really exceeds their expectations. And I think that's what we're all marching towards here, right? Is that synergy there, and really bringing the industry together to exploit the opportunities that they're out there very obviously in front of us, right? So, and you mentioned the partnership, and I know we share similar values on the definition of a partnership being, I guess maybe in the old world, a vendor in the industry, and juxtaposing that against a partnership. And I just like to share a story that I got an email this morning from one of our very good clients who they're in the final expense space, and they've been a client of ours for a very long time. We started off supporting their paper. They had a paper process, and we helped them get into more of a point of sale call, and then eventually a tele application call. And Monday we're going live with a full-blown e-app for them. And that partnership that client has trusted in us, right, to help him guide his small company through this process of digitalization is something that we preach, right, to our prospects, to the industry, to everybody. And to see that come to fruition is just, it fills me with gratitude. It fills me with pride. Our team executed on that and brought them to this space. So that partnership word, I know that gets thrown around a lot. It's a little cliche, but to see the execution behind the partnership and to see that develop and be fruitful is extremely rewarding for us here at MRS.
Yeah, I was on a call. That's so good. Congratulations. That's, that's so gratifying when you're doing the right thing and helping customers, right? So, digital doesn't have to be for the top tier. I think like we talk about it, it's for all levels, and you have to make it accessible for the smaller players as well as for the larger players. But the key is, it's adding value, it's adding that customer experience, and congratulations. That's super awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. You've been in this space, and you guys are in entrepreneurship, and I think I've heard Brent say this as well. The road is fraught with risk, right? There's so many things that could go wrong, but the thing that keeps driving us is the belief. We believe in what we're doing. We believe in our technology. We believe in our methodology. We know it's the right way to go. And, it's a long road, but when you see something like this happen, it's really, like I said, it's really gratifying. It's very rewarding as an organization, as a team here to execute on that. So that's fantastic.
But the partnership cliche brought me back to, I was at meeting with a prospect, and he was like, yeah, I ask all our vendors. And I was like, yeah, I'm not a vendor, I'm a partner. And I want you to ask me that, but I want you to switch your mindset of, I'm not a vendor, because I never want to be in a vendorship agreement. I want to be in a partnership agreement. And we mean it true-heartedly, because partnership is like, but true partnership means exactly, Tim, what delivering and executing on the promise, not just for signature's sake. So
absolutely. So I think we're on the same wavelength there, Bobbie. Yeah. So
well, fantastic. Thank you, Tim, for being a guest on our Happy Friday, and happy Friday, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Bobbie. Happy Friday. It was my pleasure.